the moment Mike Van Wyck realized he couldn't fake being alpha anymore. All right, let's talk about the fake alpha epidemic. These loud, macho, self-styled tough guys in the fitness world who seem to think that grunting and posturing and acting like a complete fool is substitutes for actual confidence. We talked about Wes Watson as well. Men who project themselves as unstoppable forces, alpha warriors who have you believe that they're the last real men alive.
Okay, it's all good, dog. And I would fully side with you. I would side with you. I would draw you in. Oh, it's cool, dog. Like, my bad. Hey, my bad. And then I'd wait for you to get lax and then...
But the reality, they're just one public tantrum away from falling completely apart. Let's put it this way. Wes Watson had his alpha card revoked the minute people saw that his tirades and his lies were less about warrior wisdom and more about insecure posturing. But now Van Wyck is going down a similar path, proving to be more than a muscle-bound meme than an actual role model. Today, we're unpacking how a former bodybuilder came from being admired to being laughed at, all coming together with an altercation with Jeff Nippard that left the internet wondering if Mike Van Wyck is just another phony alpha who is all bark and no bite. Let's get into it. To understand Van Wyck's public meltdown, let's start from the beginning. Mike Van Wyck was once a respected figure in bodybuilding. He had the size, the look, the fan base that looked up to him for old school training advice. But his career was cut short due to a torn pec, and since then, it seems like he's been clinging to his alpha image for dear life. Fast forward to October 2024 at Pure Muscle and Fitness in Antonio, Jeff Nippard, a well-known advocate for science-based fitness, crossed paths with Van Wyck. Nippard was filming a training session, minding his own business, when Van Wyck decided it was time for him to exert his dominance. He approached Nippard with the kind of swagger you expect from a high school bully, muttering something like, "Things are about to get real funny." From there, the incident went from awkward gym bro encounter to full-blown insecure alpha meltdown. We're going to check out the footage in detail, but first, I want to show you how he behaves with people around his same size or even bigger. Does he have the same smoke for those people? Now, this guy's a little taller, a little bigger than Van Wyck, and he wants to fight. So let's see how Van Wyck responds.
Fine, I'll fucking put your face on. I'll go fight if you want to. You think I'm fucking scared? I don't give a fuck. Let's go. There's a loading dock. Let's go. I thought we were going. Take a lunch break, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna see me.
You just wanted to go outside with me, and now you're just talking shit.
You don't want to be touched, then get the fuck out of here.
Pretty sure the ones that talk like you guys are the ones who actually can't fight.
Take the cameras off that.
I'm not taking nothing off.
You're gonna see me.
You just wanted to go outside with me, and now you're just talking shit.
You don't want to be touched, then get the fuck out of here.
Pretty sure the ones that talk like you guys are the ones who actually can't.
So you see right there, the guy said, okay, I'm ready. You got the smoke. I'm ready. Let's go. Let's go somewhere. And all of a sudden, Van Wyck don't seem like he's interested.
In the booth where Mike Van Wyck was, threatened to kill Eric Kanevsky. They went back to his booth. They all had words with each other.
I'm just saying.
I don't have a problem with anybody.
This guy's the kindest dude I know. This guy's the coolest, most trippy dude I know.
So I'm like, what the fuck you want? I'm like, can you guys leave the booth? This guy refuses to leave the booth.
Yeah, he doesn't refuse.
No, but hold on.
He just wanted to heighten weight. It's not a big deal.
No, bro.
And you don't tell someone about murdering someone, because I've done time, homie. And I've sat down with motherfucking murderers. My motherfucking made. So if you really want to talk about made motherfuckers, we talk about made motherfuckers.
Yeah, why is he hiding behind you now?
It was interesting. I mean, there's some issues going on, and clearly it looks like Mike is defending the other guy. And I don't see the same aggression here. It's interesting how Mike is reacting in this situation. He's meeting someone that's willing to bring the smoke, and you see Van Wyck he's not that aggressive. I don't see the same energy. Okay, so now we're going to see the CC footage. So everyone saw that footage of him pushed with the guy right next to him with the phone. Let's see exactly what happened to what's going on. So it looks like Mike says, "What's up?" to Jeff. They go there. Obviously, some words are exchanged. You said Jeff says he's chuckling. He's doing his content. They're doing what they got to do. They're filming, whatever. Mike says whatever. So you can clearly see there's some kind of tension there. And you see Jeff is doing his thing. He's getting filmed. You know, influencers, they got to do their thing, whatever. Then you see Mike comes back doing his thing. All right. He puts some equipment down. All right. It says Mike doesn't walk over, but they're together, or they're in the same area, well, a few feet away from each other. And then we'll see what happens here. Let's see what's going on. And I think this is a part where Jeff will walk over. So, okay, so Jeff stops his workout, walks over to Mike, and it says points at Mike, wants to start something. Okay, so now this film, in this part, it says points that Mike wants to instigate. We don't know. I mean, let's see exactly what happens. What is Jeff going to do that is necessary for Mike to react the way he's going to react? We'll see. He's walking over. Then it says Jeff called out to Mike twice. Okay. All right. Finally, Mike looks over. He comes over. All right. Cameraman points right at Mike. Okay, so basically in this film right here, they're saying that Mike wanted him to stop being filmed. Even if that is 100% true, there's still not a good reason to push and basically take some dude by the neck and throw him across the room at all. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. And he's on camera. So obviously this Van Wyck dude has no control over himself. Doesn't make any sense. All right, so that happens. Okay. And the dude is still following Jeff. I mean, clearly, even if it is you're filming me, at this point, why are you still stalking the kid? Still stalking, as you can see. Mike tells Jeff to leave him alone, stop talking about him. Mike says to Jeff that he told him to leave him alone about a month ago. Is that still worth you attacking someone right now? And they're still talking. So what's going on over here? And he grabs the dude by the neck. So this is just bullying, disgusting behavior. What's the point now? What's the purpose of what he's doing to this person? Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Oh, you just saw he pushes the camera guy for what? There's no threat here. I don't see a threat. Why are you doing that? No, they didn't lean into Mike. It doesn't make any sense. There's really these two guys that are 5 foot nothing. They wanted to start a fight with Mike. That's ridiculous. Now let's talk about that footage because it's one thing more embarrassing than being caught acting like a fake alpha, but now it's immortalized on CCTV for everyone to see. The video shows that Van Wyck is approaching Nippard, trying to puff himself up. Nippard, by contrast, looks like he's responding calmly, even with a bit of humor. But apparently, calm is the kryptonite for the self-proclaimed alpha male. There's something about these bald-headed, juiced-up weirdos that want to fight at every instance. Apparently, Van Wyck didn't handle it well. In fact, he lunges at Nippard, grabbing him by the throat in a move that screams overcompensation. Now, you notice with the last 2 videos, he didn't do that. He seems like he's able to manhandle people smaller than him, but suddenly he loses his nerve when someone a little bit closer to his size steps up. It turns out that the whole alpha male image is more dominant when he has the size advantage. Now, what's going on? What's the beef between these two? So, as someone who is in the fitness community like myself, even though I go to the gym once a week when I remember. But anyway, the beef between Van Wyck and Nippard didn't start in the gym. It began online. Van Wyck has always dismissed science-based training as mediocre, preferring old-school grit over knowledge methods that supposedly built his physique.
Wyck.
I don't know the science-based guys. Science guys really need to answer this question before anything. Why is it that you remain so mediocre, yet you know so much?
I know I don't need to respond to this, but since he asked, using science-based training, I won Natural Bodybuilding Nationals. I earned my pro card on the most competitive stage in the World Natural Bodybuilding Federation. I placed second in my first bodybuilding pro show, and while doing this, I set the Canadian record on the bench press, and I set a provincial record on the squat. I currently weigh 180 pounds at 5 foot 5 inches tall, which is pretty close to my natural limit given my height and my genetics. That's all besides the point though, because facts are facts. Information is either right or wrong. It doesn't matter who that information is coming from. If the people with the best physiques had the most knowledge, why would C-Bum need a coach? He has the best physique on the planet. Who could possibly know more than him? Well, it's pretty obvious that bodybuilding success comes from great genetics and really hard training. And if you want to make it in the IFBB, steroid use. I like science because it gives me more confidence in what actually works and what doesn't because it isolates variables. If you trust a big guy's advice over scientific studies, that doesn't bother me. I listen to what big guys have to say too.
Nippard, with his science-based approach, has achieved as much, if not more, success in a healthier, more sustainable way. So this guy has won national titles. He has set records. He has done it all while using these methods. So why are we all upset? I don't get it. It's like watching someone with a flip phone trying to roast someone who is using a smartphone. It's embarrassing. It's a little sad. And again, if everyone's getting bulked up, who cares? So after the gym incident, Van Wyck's already flimsy image took an even bigger hit. So the fitness community didn't hold back, with many pointing out that a real alpha doesn't need to throw tantrums or use intimidation. They called him out for his fake tough guy act, noting how it's always a facade designed to mask insecurity. Even diehard fans couldn't ignore the irony of the so-called alpha who resorts to bullying smaller guys but scurries off when faced with someone his size. Adding fuel to the fire, Pure Muscle and Fitness banned Van Wyck from the premises, and he was hit with 2 assault charges. What's next for Van Wyck? Well, it looks like he's trying to sell and profit from this by pushing some merch about I am banned. That looks terrible. And also, he's been posting videos like nothing happened, even though when you check the comment section, he is being destroyed. People are making fun of him, talking about the fact that, again, he was the bully in this situation. The lesson here isn't just about Van Wyck and the Wes Watsons of the world. It's a cautionary tale about the entire alpha charade that so many influencers buy into. Like I said, Wes Watson, for example, used this aggressive prison-inspired persona, but falls in the same trap. They bank on intimidation and thinking that they're real men that don't back down.
Hey Wes, what books did you read to attain that level of mental strength? Motherfucker! It ain't a goddamn book!
But the problem is, a real man doesn't need to resort to demean others to feel powerful. Nippard, the nerdy science guy, displayed more alpha qualities in those 6 seconds of footage than Van Wyck has in his entire career. He remained calm, he didn't escalate the situation, and didn't feel that he needed to throw his weight around. In contrast, Van Wyck's aggression and his immediate retreat was a textbook display of insecurity. This whole mess just highlights the sad reality of fake alpha culture. It's all bravado with no backbone. Can he rebound from all this? If he actually genuinely apologizes and shows contrition, sure. But most of these alpha wannabes, he'll probably just going to continue to double down while he continues to lose business. So we'll see what happens, but let me know what you guys think. Put in the comments below. Thank you for taking time to watch this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.